Hi guys, it's Poober here. This time I'm taking you on a tour of my Factorio map. This is one I finished a couple of months ago. I got my first satellite launched. Haven't really played it since, so there are a few patches I've missed. But this was all made in vanilla Factorio and all by myself. It was more focused on being aesthetically pleasing instead of the most efficient factories, so you're not going to find the best efficient factories here, but you will hopefully find this map to be more visually appealing. So we're starting here in the center of my map. One thing I like to do is have a central hub that is generally symmetrical with everything else. It's the main hub of my base. It's where I keep my center robotics bay as well as a lot of my discard chests where junk and things can get delivered by the robots here. To the north we have my rocket silo here where we've got satellite production and the components needed for those satellites here, and those are brought by robots into the requester chests. To the right we have our first smelting area. This section here smelts copper, stone in the middle, and then copper again surrounding the stone production. The materials are brought by train for the most part since I've kind of outgrown my central area. And copper is brought in here, stone in through the bottom as well. And obviously it looks like we have a really good amount of copper and stone at the moment. Any of our surplus is stored in these chests here. To our left we have a similar smelting station. This time it is iron. We have iron to the top and bottom, and then in the center we have our steel production. About a quarter of all of our iron production goes into back into the formation of the steel. As you can see, this is where our iron comes in. It comes in also from train from one of our distant farming areas. We also have coal farming here, and all of our materials are brought from separate belts going down to our main bus section. This is our main bus. It expands from left to right across our screen. It has one belt each for iron, copper, steel, bricks, and then coal. And just below that we also have separate belts, a part of our bus for red circuits, green circuits, and then batteries. Starting at the very left where our main bus ends, we have our circuit production. These are closed loop productions, meaning we cannot expand on that. We'd have to build separate factories if we wanted more production of our circuits, for instance. But I did find this more aesthetically pleasing, which is why I went with this one. This is our red circuit production. It is pretty efficient for the most part, or at least it was when I built this map. We have green production here. It's the standard 3:2 ratio of copper to green circuits. In the middle here we have some of our module production here, and then our blue circuits. We have some sulfur production here, and then as you can see on this right side, it's just a duplicate of what was on the left. We have more red circuit production and green circuit production. Looking up, we have a lot of the production of the pieces that go into building factories. So we have like our iron wheels, we have our inserters here to the left, we have our belts here to the right, and this has been pretty efficient. This was based off of another person's idea, which I can link below. And just above that, we've got some very simple production of some of these other components, which I don't use all too often anymore, but I still felt like might be important to have just in case, like our railroad production, electric poles, or assembly machines, things like that. This is where I keep my offensive and defensive items. So we have all of our ammo, explosives, missiles, rockets. We even have some of our capsules over here. We have defenders, poison capsules, slowdown capsules. We have turrets, again more ammo and explosives, and even a garage for our tank and car. A little bay over here. Now these factories I did come up with my own design, particularly this one for the ammo. It's in a kind of a crescent shape. We have our main ammo that I use here, and then shotgun ammo to the right, and then these light up when the ammo is full from what I told it to fill up to. This was also my own design for the cannon shell production. The explosives go in a loop here just so we don't have too much of an excess of the explosives. Whatever is needed could be picked up at any time. And again, it lights up when we have enough. We also have rocket production here. Flamethrower production, more robotic bays. I have plenty of robots. I have about 500 logistic robots and 250 or so construction robots available. One thing you'll notice is that along the perimeter of my entire factory, I have the railroads as well as exterior walls and then defensive turrets just in case. And robots are available to bring ammo and replenish ammo or repair the turrets if necessary to any of these along our exterior wall. Anything can be accessed by our robots at any given time. They're all within the network. Our central area here is my science factory. This is not the most efficient science factory out there, but I did find it aesthetically pleasing. This is another one though that you could not really expand upon it. It's not a linear fashion, it's more closed loop, so it's limited in how fast it can go, but with upgrades I did find it to be satisfactory. To our bottom right here, we have some more production, some more factories of some commonly used things like green circuits, again, pipes, engine production, our solar array production, lights, miscellaneous things, robotic bays, and then here is where we build our robots. To the bottom right here, you're going to see some more solar panels, and this is the same on the left side over here. And then in the middle here is our oil production and cracking going on. Just below our oil production, we have one of our farming areas. This area here is where we farm stone, and we have plenty of it. Our boxes can't really hold any more of it. We haven't had a huge need for it nowadays, and all of these are full. The trains have been really efficient. I have never had any pileups or anything of the trains. The trains can go anywhere. It is a complete, basically square. So if I wanted it to go anywhere on the map where I have a train station, it could. One line is for my intake into the farm, and the other line takes it away from the farm. Over here we have some oil production, some pump jacks going on. Some more pump jacks, one right there. In the center we have some steam engines and our concrete production and our wall production. Another copper farm right here. And then this was my first production of electricity. I used steam engines here, but then obviously expanded on that. So now the majority of our factory is run with solar panels, which go the entire length left to right of our factory in between our train stations and train tracks. To the northeast here, we have some farming stations. This bottom one here is for copper. The top farming station here is for iron. And this node section here was really good. I could expand on that, obviously. Looks like we might need to since we're running a little bit low on our iron production. We can't quite keep up with our demand. We do have the ability to expand on our train tracks, our entire system, if we wanted to. And then again, all of our train tracks are protected by turrets of some kind and robotic bays for robots to get anywhere where we have factories or turrets or defense at any given time. To the northwest here, we have our large coal production and farming. We don't need quite as much coal as being produced right now, but it's nice to have on hand just in case. And then we are back to essentially where we started. Any questions or support or comments, please leave below. Show your support by liking and subscribing.